Hello and welcome back to the Western Wilds. Now, if you watched the last episode, you'll know that we finally managed to get far enough into the series that we have our first harvest ready, and we did make a start on it last episode, and that's this grass field just here. So in this episode, our aim is basically going to be to just finish this whole thing off. So I need to finish up with the mowing, which is going to take a little while with this little mower that I've got here. I then also have to get it, because we're going to try and convert it into hay. I've got all the equipment I need for it. So the tedder is currently sat at the store, so once I finish mowing it, I'll go collect the tedder and ted it, and then I've also got the windgrower, the baler, and in between episodes I also just bit the bullet and I chopped down one final tree. I did one of the really big ones, and that gave me the money I need to purchase the bale trailer. So we'll now also be able to get it all loaded up and to the store to sell it. So we have all the equipment we need to get this field finished, and hopefully we'll see a good return from it, hopefully a good few thousand, to at least pay back some of the money that I spent on all that equipment, as I believe we now have about 2 months left until our first crop field is ready to harvest. And that would be the oat field up the top, the smaller one. So the harvester we're aiming for, I believe in total, harvester and header is going to come to around 35,000 maybe. I will double check it in a bit, just so we know what we're aiming for and how much we need to make. So it's quite a bit for this early in the series, but I don't want to lease equipment. That's one of the rules that I gave myself, because I can't lease equipment, at least not this early on. So I need to find a way to get that much money. Hopefully this field will give me a fair bit, and if it does, what we could always do is just leave the oats in the ground ready to harvest for an extra month, and that way that will give us 3 months, and in that third month this field would, like this grass field, be ready to go again. So that could be an option if we're still a little bit short when it comes to harvest time, especially as, so 2 months time we'll be looking at a harvest in January, and harvesting in January is horrible, especially if it's been snowing, especially like when you're doing straw crops as well, because where there's all the snow on the ground, the straw doesn't actually drop until you reach an area that's clear of snow, and then it will all just drop in one big pile. I found that one out the hard way. So if it is snowing in January and the fields are laid with snow, I won't be able to harvest anyway. Although if that's the case, I might not be able to harvest. I don't know, this would be the month. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, so that we can see where we're going from here. But for now, the plan is get this grass field finished, get the bales sold, and hopefully make enough money that we can start looking forward to a harvester at some point soon as well. Probably after my first canola harvest, I would say. I need to look at getting a bigger yard built, and that would probably just be in the area to my left here where I've cut down all these trees, because I've got a fair bit of equipment now, so I need somewhere to store it. Probably would mean I might sell that smaller shed that I've got over there, or I could keep it and eventually store maybe some cars in it or something. I'm not entirely sure on that one yet. It is a nice little shed, and it's our starting shed, so maybe we should keep it. It depends how much money it's worth. I can't remember, because I set this map up a very long time ago. I did build that before I even started the series. I can't remember how much it even cost to build, so I'm not too sure how much I'd be looking to get back from it. But that's an issue for, I mean, it'll be a good few months before we even can start looking at that in the game. But yeah, for now, the aim is to finish getting this field mowed, and then I'll go pick up the tedder and the windrower, and I'll probably just get this all done in one big go. And rather than taking a cut this time, because it's a lot of work that I've got to do, probably time lapse a lot of it for you. If it does start to drag on a little bit, then I will take a cut. But yeah, we are finally doing our first harvest in, I think it's episode 7 now. So it's taken a while to get here, but we'll be selling our first, I guess technically it's a crop, but we will be selling it for the first time today, so that's brilliant. But yeah, I'll get on with this and get this finished, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm just going to bring you guys back now, because that took nowhere near as long to do as I thought it was going to. So that is brilliant. I am struggling to turn off my mower now though. There we go. So the field is all mowed. There might be a couple of little mist patches, but no big deal. I'm just going to dump the equipment in here for now. So that's the area I was talking about where I want my new yard to go. I've got plenty of room there, so I can build a fairly large one and get a fairly large shed in there. That would be awesome, and then that way I can get even more equipment, because I'm going to need a lot of stuff to do a bit more field work soon as well. Definitely going to need some going to need a sprayer. At my next harvest, ideally I want to have the full load done. I want to get the fields lined and then seeded and rolled and sprayed. So it's going to be a lot more work than it was this time, but it would be worth it in terms of yield. I think it would be worth it. So that's the goal. I might be able to pull that off with the oat field, because that's being harvested very soon. I might have to wait a little bit until the next load for that one. But with that canola field, I definitely think I've got enough time to be able to get the additional equipment I need to just take the field to that next level and just make that extra little bit for me. I also then, after a couple of harvests, want to start looking at productions. I think that's going to be the big way for me to make a lot of money quickly. Would be to start looking at productions. Maybe grain mills and oil mills and that kind of stuff. Obviously it is expensive, but it'll be worth it. Now, as I pull in here, I want to remember, I think the tedder is the slightly larger one, so that'll make it the yellow one. Right. So I get it tedded, then windrowed, then baled. Hopefully this will take even, well, I mean it should take even less time. The mower is the smallest piece of equipment I have for all of this, so that's really the longest part of actually getting it ready. The baling might take a little while, but it's not a tough job. Now I'm going to try, I've tried this multiple times, but I'm going to try and set myself up in a straight line. And look, I'm going off. No, I'm still good, So I'm going to go to harvesters. This is the harvester that I was going to get, and that's actually a lot cheaper than I thought. So that's 23,000, and the header comes in at 5,200. So I only actually need 28,000 to get the harvester and the header. So that's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I think that is going to be manageable with the hay that we're going to be making, plus with the productions we've got going. I think we can get that done. I do also need to invest in a front loader. I can get one attached to this tractor, or I can save up a little bit of extra money and get a skid steer. I know there's a Massey Ferguson skid steer for about 25,000, which is quite nice. I had that on one of my old saves before I started recording content, and it's a good little skid steer. It's a lot of fun. So maybe we'll look at that so that we can get the cucumbers sold, because we cannot pick them up. The liftable bales and pallets mod does not work with them. They spawn in at their normal weight, which is too heavy for me to pick up, which sucks, but we'll find a way to deal with it. Now, heading, I might have unfolded this a bit early. No, can't up here. Get it turned on and get it lowered. And let's get to tedding. So this is going to be brilliant. It just gets this simple task here of running a tedder around the field, puts an extra few quid in each bale. And this early on in the series, that makes all the difference. So the investment of this, I think, is worth it, because it wasn't an expensive tedder. It was just over £1,000, I think. So definitely think it was worth it. But I think for now what I'll do is I'll get this field tedded and windrowed. I'll cut it off here, and then I'll bring you back as we're ready to bale, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so I'll bring you all back now, just as I'm heading back up to the farm. We've got the whole thing tedded and windrowed, so we are now ready to start baling. We do have a very healthy looking swath here of hay to bale up, so hopefully we get plenty from this, as we really need the money now. We did work it out to, I think it was about 28,000 for harvester and header, so we need to make 28,000 in 2 months. This will go a long way towards that, I think. Well, I hope. Anyway, and then we've got our productions as well going. We've got the grapes, and hopefully we'll have a few eggs that we can sell in a couple of months' time. It depends whether they have food. I don't really want to be buying food, because I know I'm going to be able to harvest it in 3 months. We've just got to figure out whether the amount of food that I buy will make me more money back in eggs. I believe it probably would, but over time, and time isn't really something I have at the moment. I don't particularly want to be waiting an extra month to harvest the field, because that way, if I did, I could harvest the grass again, but I don't want to be doing that. I want to just get it done. As soon as it's ready, I want to be over there in the harvester, harvesting it all up. Am I missing some? I am. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back around this. Let's get the last few little bits because I can't be wasting stuff. It's taken me a long while to get to a point where I can be doing this. So I can't now waste the stuff that we have. I need all of it. There's quite a bit that I've missed actually. It is only a small baler, so it's only got a small pickup, so it is hard to get it all when the swath's this big. It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I'm very happy about this. I think we're easily going to get a full trailer plus some more. So that's brilliant. We're getting close to 50% full on the trailer already. So it's, yeah, this is going to be brilliant for the farm. It's going to be a lot of money. I think the best place to sell it is the same as everything else, with the it being the train yard. I think the price for it at the moment is actually quite high as well. So we picked the right time to start doing this. Although I don't think we really picked it. I think we got this planted in the first day. This was the first field we did. But yeah, this is going to be so good for the farm. We're over half a trailer now, and we still got a fair few swaths to get. If I can get over a trailer, I'll be happy. It should be plenty of money. By the looks of it, one bale is about 300 litres. I think they said it can hold 104. So is that about 30,000 litres? It should be a fair few £1,000 that I'm getting coming from this. If I can get about 5 or 6, I think that'll be brilliant. If I can get more, then even better. I think 5 or 6, along with grapes and the other stuff we've got going that we can sell, I might be very close to the money that I need for that harvester. I might have to take down a couple more trees. I hope I don't have to, but you know, I'm prepared to have to. We're just going to have to see what happens. But this is brilliant. We're filling this trailer up quickly. Yeah, we're, by the looks of it now, I'd say we're definitely getting a full trailer. So we'll get ready to attach the trailer. I think what I'll do is once I hit a full one, I'll just attach the trailer somewhere in the field. I'll carry on baling and just drop the bales on the floor for now, and then there we are, 99. Fairly certain it's 104 that's full load. Might be wrong, but I think this swath might be enough to do it. 100, 101, 102. 103, and there we are, 104 bales. That's brilliant. So we'll drag this over here, get the trailer detached, just there for now. We'll go around, get these last few pieces, and as I said, we'll just drop the bales on the floor. Once I've sold that load, I'll bring the trailer back over just to auto load the last few bits. But so far, I think this is looking very promising. And I think this is going to be a good amount of bales. I don't think it's quite going to be a trailer and a half. Maybe a trailer and a quarter. But either way, it's going to be a lot of money that we just didn't have before. And that's all going towards that combine. Because, well, I mean, that's the one I'm aiming for so far. I'm pretty sure I worked out it was 28,000. I know I only did it about 10 minutes ago, but I've already forgotten. If you know of any cheaper ones that are in the mod hub, then drop a comment down below. I am playing on console, so it'll be console only ones. Unfortunately, I know there are some good ones available on PC, but I don't have access to them. Why didn't that little bit over there pick up? There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, if you do know any other harvesters, any other cheap ones, even if they are tiny, then let me know down in the comments and I can look at them and see about maybe getting one of them instead. It doesn't have to be massive and cheap. Anything will do. If it harvests the field, then brilliant. That's what we need for now. We can upgrade in the future. For now, we just need to actually be able to harvest. These bales are just flying out now. That's brilliant to see. That was quite a few we just dropped there. That is a good, healthy looking line of bales. I definitely think the decision to convert it to hay was a good one for that extra money. In the future we will do a lot of grass instead, because I am planning on, pretty soon after my first harvest are done on both fields, I'm planning on getting some sheep put in somewhere on the farm. I know they can be a brilliant money maker. So hopefully I can get them placed down soon. But obviously for them we need the same thing as we're struggling with for everything, which is money. They're not overly expensive to get set up, especially as I'm going to be producing my own grass to feed them. I'm not going to have to worry about buying food, and that's kind of my aim with any animal that I put on this farm, is I want to be able to feed it myself. Save on the cost. Now with most of them that's not going to be too difficult. I probably won't delve into pigs and horses. I've never done it before, so I have no idea what I'm doing with them. But I definitely want sheep soon. Obviously I've already got the chickens just over to the side over there. And cows. So cows are good, but they'll be difficult to make my own food for, because I'll have to get silage meat. I don't think there's a wrapper that does these little conventional bales. But we could get a front loader and a silage pit, or a forage rack and then a silage pit would probably be easier. I mean, I need a front loader on this anyway, so I don't know. We've got a lot of options. I think cows are definitely doable. It's just going to be a little bit more work than the others, but the money you can get off them would make it worth it, 100%. So I think I've nearly mopped up all the little bits that I missed around the edge. Can't waste any of this. Oh, now I've got a whole line going up there. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. But I'm seeing plenty of bales dotted around the field, plus that full trailer there. This is good for us. This is very, very good. I think that combine harvester dream is closer than we think. Look at this. last big swath now, and then it is just a matter of tidying up. Tidying up that bit under all the bales is going to be difficult. Maybe what it'll be worth is me getting this last bit, selling those bales that I've got, reloading the ones that are here, and then just mopping up the last little bits when there's no bales on the field, so I can see where it all is, because I can guarantee there's some missed bits underneath the bales, and it is very difficult to get this thing going over the top of bales. So I think that's definitely going to be the plan. Get this last little bit here done. And boom, we'll get that. Turned off, unloaded. Fold it back up. It definitely looks like there's a gap there for one more bale. Did I not quite fully load this? Oh, maybe it's 105 then. Okay then. There we go. Now it's fully loaded. 105 bales. Each of them is 300 litres. That's a lot of litres, which should be a lot of money. It is a bit of a struggle to pull it, but the tractor is coping. Now, I'm heading this way, thinking that this is the best place. I'm like 99% certain that it will be. But let's just check that before I get all the way over there. Let's see, hay. 167 from the train yard. That is a very good price. Yeah, this is brilliant. This is what we needed. 167 per 1,000 litres. I believe I've got about 30,000 litres. So this load should be about 5,000 in itself. Maybe a bit more. And then we'll have a lot more on top of that to sell afterwards. This is good for us. Yeah, I know I've said that a lot in the last 5-10 minutes, but it really is. It's very wobbly though. This tractor is struggling a little bit pulling it. It's struggling more with this than it is with a full load of wood. Now I've just got to figure out how I can get them sold. Oh, just around that corner a little bit. So, I'm going to guess it's this trailer right down the end with all the bales on it. That would make sense. I really hope I don't have to do this one at a time. That was full brakes. So what side does this unload on? That side, okay. I'm gonna have to spin it around. I can't. Yeah, I can't reverse this one because it's got the spinny wheels in the front. I don't know the technical term, but we'll take it slow. I'll stop right here. Unload bales. Damn it. I'm going to have to drag these up here one at a time, aren't I? £111 per bale. This is going to be so much better. Oh no, 82, 88. What, how much is it? I'm going to be here for a while. Especially if I can't pick them up at all. See that money slowly going up. Yeah, each bale is giving me such a random amount. No, it seems to be about 50 per bale. Which will put me at about the 5,000 mark that I said on the way here. Which means we are less than halfway done with these bales. This is going to be the biggest sucky part of this whole venture then. Where'd that? Oh, it sold. I think if it wasn't for this, this would have been the best idea I've ever had in this game. But this is slow. Getting there. Can't have too many left now. I think now I've got a bit more room to manoeuvre. It's going a lot smoother. Oh, I managed to somehow get one of them in. I don't want to fling them too much though. Did I said if I put them under there? Yes. So let's, in that case, try this. No. Did not work. I think I might have just thrown one under the train as well. Yep, there it is. So I need to remember about that one. Yeah, this is... Oh, for God. I'm nearly there. But, on the plus side, as much as this has been a massive pain, the total for this first load is going to be over £6,000. And that's nuts. I've got to jump on the other side. There you go. So that was about 6,500 there for that load. So that's awesome. And we still have a fair few left. I think what I'll do though is I will cut the video here, and then I'll get the rest loaded, get the last little bit of the field baled up, and then I'll bring you all back when I'm ready to sell the next load, and we can then see how much we got in total. But so far it's looking very good. Alright, so I'll bring you all back now. I've just finished baling up the last of the field and getting the rest of it loaded. Got another 34 bales to sell, a third of a carriage, so it should be about £2,000, which brings the total for this field up to nearly 9,000 per harvest for the hay, which is fantastic. And that puts us a good about a third of the way towards our harvester, which is amazing. The issue is though, it's not going to be enough. This harvest, with the grapes and stuff that I can sell over the next couple of months, won't be enough money to make, or it won't make me enough money to buy a harvester. So that is a bit of an issue. I'm also going to try something a bit different here. If I didn't mean for that to happen, but the hope is, let's try this like this. Look at that, slams right into there. Can I just unload them? Okay, that sold a bunch. There's 780 there. Now I just need to sort out these ones that are underneath, which is going to be much easier. Okay, that actually worked. Some have disappeared over to the other side again though. And I think that's all of them. So 8,600. If I come onto here, and wait for it to load, I can see this. £8,394 is the total that we made off of all of those bales. That's amazing. Yeah, that plus the 5,200. So yeah, about 28,000 for the harvester. So I still need 20 in 2 months. That's going to be difficult, to say the least. I don't think we'll quite make it with what we have. I think it's going to be trees again. I'm pretty sure every episode for the last 3 or 4 episodes I've said, oh, this should be the last tree I've cut down, but I'm going to have to chop down some more. That'll all be next time. I think that's going to be it for November so far. So we'll be jumping ahead to December in the next episodes. There's not really much else I can do this month unless I just get all the trees chopped down now. But I've done so much logging on this series already that I might just do that all off camera again. As I don't want to bore you just constantly chopping down trees again and again and again. So I think, yeah, I'll get that done in between episodes. It's going to be a fair few loads. It's going to have to be a lot of trees that I chop down to get the... You guys are completely out of food, aren't you? Yeah. With no eggs. Okay. That is also a bit of an issue. But not really one I can solve right now. I can solve it in 2 months' time when I get all of those oats. Just dump that there for now. Yeah, I think they're going to have to wait for the oats. Which sucks for them, but it saves me money. Because I can't afford to spend anything now because I need everything to go towards this harvester. I don't really have anything I can sell either, do I? Just sell my tractor. Not worth enough. Maybe I'll get lucky and one will pop up in here. I highly doubt it because nothing ever pops up when I need it. And there's no cheaper ones, is there? No, there's a 32,000, 44. Maybe one of those will pop up. That'll be great. But if one can pop up for around like 15, 16,000, that would be fantastic. But right now that's not looking likely. I think what we'll do actually, just to check, you know, just to check. I'm done with this month anyway. We've already decided that one, so we'll skip ahead to December. And you never know, maybe I'll get lucky. I'm very doubtful. There we go. So we are now in December. No. I mean, there's a nice tractor. But is it actually that nice? 105 horsepower. Well, it starts at 80. I'm pretty sure that's less than what I've got. It is by one. Can that Valmet be upgraded? I'm fairly sure I've looked at this before and it can't. It's down here somewhere. Oh, it can. It can go all the way up to 150. That's brilliant because there is a plough that I want and I think it requires something like that. It requires 180. I think I could pull it. Oh well, that's all issues for later on in the series. But for now, we've had a very successful and productive episode. We've made possibly the most money, well, definitely the most money that isn't from trees in one episode that we have the whole series. That's fantastic. We're getting closer and closer to our goal for the next couple of episodes, which will be to get the harvester to harvest this, because as you can see, it's very nearly ready. This is still a fair bit off, but next month in January, oats will be ready to harvest, and I don't want to have to wait. And it's not going to be snowing in January, so that's brilliant. It is going to be in February and March, so I need to get it harvested in January. So the next couple of episodes, I think there's going to be a bit of grinding to get to that point, or maybe I'll chop down some trees, or just do a whole time lapse or something. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide something. Drop a comment down below if you want to see me just chop down a bunch of trees to get towards the harvest start. I mean, if you want to see the progress of the whole series, then that's what you want. If you don't want to get bored with it, then that is also fine. But just drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to see. But for now, thank you very much to everyone that's watched. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you like it, share it, and subscribe it. Subscribe to me, I mean, or something like that. You know, you get what I mean. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later.